All right, so welcome in, Coach Anthony. Go ahead and get us started.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Jen. Hope you're doing well. I guess just to get started, just obviously Auburn's up next. I've already played them. I guess just how much are you looking at that game that you guys have already played versus, how Auburn's done recently, and is are they doing anything different from what you guys saw last time?
Um, a lot of similarities of what they did in our game. They're obviously playing more through uh, number seven. So he had a big game against us up there at their place, and I'm thinking that they probably feel like he can duplicate that game. But for us as a whole, we are hopefully using this game to define that we're trending in the right direction where we're going in terms of a program as it gets down to the stretch run. We want to be playing at our best basketball here down the stretch run and leading into March, and obviously on into uh, the end of March. And so for us, but we keep in our minds and we keep in the parking lot the outcome of that game. They got us pretty good, so we want to revenge that, but we also want to continue to trend in the right direction in terms of getting better.
And you mentioned there, obviously Keyshawn Hall's been a huge part of, everything they've been doing this season. You guys are familiar with him. I guess just, what makes him such a difficult guard, and I guess just how do you guys kind of go about scouting a guy who's as effective as he is just in a lot of different facets of the game?
Yeah, we got to limit his one-on-one because he's a good one-on-one do him basketball player. They ISO him a lot. They set ball screens for him. They move him around. They move the pieces around with him in terms of sometimes he's at the three, sometimes he's at the four. They play some small ball four with him, and they do a really good job of kind of disguising him and not giving you the same exact look as much. But we kind of have a plan, and then we also have a plan B of how we're going to guard him in terms of trying to limit his FGAs. We don't want him to get 20 or more attempts at the basket. We want to at least try to cut those attempts down in half. So if he can get up 12 to 13 FGAs, then that favors us. But if he's in the high teens up into the 20s, or hopefully he doesn't get to the high 20s, and we've done our job in terms of limiting his catches, limiting his FGAs, then that plays in our favor.
And then do you guys have any updates on DJ and Carter at this point in time?
Yesterday they had some limited moments in practice, and so we'll see where that progresses today in practice. But yesterday they all had Malik Ewing, DJ, and Carter had some limited moments in practice yesterday, so that's a positive.
And then obviously with those two guys out, it gave Isaiah more of an opportunity for some game time run. I guess just what did you like from Isaiah in the previous two games, and just where have you maybe, I guess, seen him grow the most throughout the season?
So excited for him and happy for him and appreciative of him because it's hard to be in the position that he's in and to have to be ready when your number is called, so to speak. And so he obviously was ready. And he had the best part about it is we had that bye week. And so he was able to have some good reps in practice and he had some really good days in practice. So him going out in that game against Mississippi State and playing as a positive was not something that shocked us because of the preparation. His practice week was really good. He has shown that he gives us another guy that can give us some more athleticism, some more length, some more size, and some more energy and motor. He flies around. And when you fly around and play as hard as he plays, you can make mistakes. We're okay with the mistakes as long as they're the mistakes that he's making, that he's just flying around playing with the reckless abandonment, and then we can live with those mistakes. And so happy about him having another piece to go to. I think he's earned the right to be comfortable, for coach to be comfortable if he had to put him in the game. I think that we're all okay with it.
And last one from me for now. I might have a couple more later on, but Caleb's mentioned maybe doing something, how you guys have maybe been doing a few things differently defensively in the past couple of games. I guess just And then you guys held obviously Mississippi State and LSU to both fewer than 70 points. I guess just where have you maybe seen the most growth on the defensive end in the past few weeks? And I guess just yeah, how I guess promising does that I guess look for you guys as you head down the home stretch of the regular season?
We're trying some different things, but our growth is our consistency. When we're consistent at what we're trying to do and everybody's doing their job and no one is taking a break, then um, our defense works. Just not as consistent as we would like to be. And that's something that down the stretch run, we want to become consistent with being everyday guys, all the time guys, where no one decides to take a playoff, whatever the schematic is. And so we've changed a little bit in terms of our schemes. We went back to what we were doing ball screen wise earlier. We went back to that. And so that's kind of helped us. We've adjusted our point of pickup and we're trying to stay 5-on-5. So we've always wanted to stay 5-on-5, but we're doing it just a little different. For me, the rebounding is the issue. We have to complete our stops, right? We play really good defense. We get them to take a tough shot, a tough two, and then it's about completing that with getting a two-hand rebound. And it's going to be for us a gang mentality on the rebound, all five guys. But one person that's sticking out right now who's playing his butt off is TB. TB is trying to be that guy for us and get every rebound. And he can't sustain that. For the rest of the season. We have to have some guys to join him in the rebounding party.
Daniel.
Yeah, Chin up, you're doing well. I kind of talk about Trevin a little bit. Trevin and Nick Pringle and Malik Ewan. I mean, this is kind of the end of the road for them as far as their eligibility goes. And they've all kind of been playing really well the last couple of games. Do you guys get the sense that maybe they realize that their time in college is kind of more limited now, and then that's kind of bringing out the best in them?
I'm not sure if I get the sense of that because I think that this team, particularly, have a lot of basketball left. So I don't want them to start feeling that way at this moment. I think that there's just a sense of urgency in our program as a whole because we're one game out of being in first place in the league, which means that if you're one game out being first place in the league, you're going to finish in the top four. You're going to get a double bye for the conference tournament, and if you can accomplish all of those things, then that puts you in a good space to get a top five seed in the NCAA tournament. So I think that that's the overall sense of urgency for our program. And I hope that everybody understands to keep the main thing, and so to speak, in terms of we want to finish strong in our league. We want to get a good seeding in our conference tournament. We want to get the double bye. We want to have an opportunity to advance in our conference tournament and have a great seeding on that Sunday, and going to the conference tournament feeling good, on a high note, playing good, confidently, and understanding what we're doing and understanding that we're going to try to make a run at this thing.
Yeah, and then I mean, last time you guys played Auburn was on the road. Obviously, you guys are at home today. Just how important is it for you guys, just to welcome Auburn into your home arena as opposed to going into theirs?
Well, it's a very hostile environment in Auburn, probably one of the toughest places in the league to play. It's not a huge gymnasium, but it's small, it's compact, and it's full of students. It's more students in Auburn than there are the common fan. They're mostly students, and the students are loud. They really support their ball club. We're hoping that we get a good uh, home crowd advantage, which we've had a lot of, and we just hope that that trend continues on Saturday and to give us an extra boost. We kind of owe them, right? They put it to us up there, and so we want to make sure that we return the favor.
Appreciate it.
Anthony.
Yeah, I apologize. I forgot to include Malik Ewan in my health update question previously, but is he looking good for Saturday, or where is he at with the obviously the stitches?
I included them for you. I was it. I said Malik, I said DJ, uh, and Carter. They all had some moments in practice yesterday, and we want to see where that progresses in practice today.
And then obviously Auburn's coming into this game kind of in a similar position to what it had the previous game, having dropped 3 of 4, but maybe looking to be a little bit desperate. Is that something that you guys take into consideration when you go into a game like this? Just how, I guess, desperate a team is to maybe get off a losing streak like that?
Absolutely, but we got to control what we can control. And hopefully they got more problems than we have when we step out on the floor. And we want to be able to control our controllables. And that is our home court. Keeping in mind that obviously they beat us the time that we beat them. We're not trying to allow for them to sweep us. They have what they're going through, their issues, what they're going through. We know that there's going to be a sense of urgency, some desperation in terms of how they play, but we're going to have some sense of urgency and some desperation on defending our home court and returning the favor from the separation they were able to get on us at their place.
And then maybe a kind of out of left field question, but I'm working on a profile story about Tyler Eulis, so I was just curious about what it's like to work with him. And obviously, he's a younger guy who's still, his playing days aren't that far behind him. So I guess just what is he like to work with? What is it like to see him in the gym every day? I guess just, yeah, what does he like to work with?
Great. Tyler's a very, very intelligent basketball mind. He coaches from a coach's perspective. He coaches from a player's perspective. I'm sorry, not so much as a coach's perspective. So you can always go to Tyler and obviously ask him in this situation, in that situation, what would you do? How would you play it? I'm sure our guys lean on him for some of that knowledge because obviously he was one of the best players in this particular conference. So he's seen it all, done it all, and been a part of a team that went at one point 38-0. So he's got the game experience, he's got the player knowledge, and it's been great to be alongside him and pick his brain on some stuff. And we learn from each other. I mean, this is a staff that has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. We got young guys on our staff that we're integrating into what we're doing, and so we all learn from each other. And Tyler is one of the best in terms of a basketball mind.
Anything else for Coach? All right, Coach. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you guys. Thanks.